Welcome to lesson 2, where we are going to discuss OLAP in Knowage and compare it to Microsoft Excel. So this is a screen of OLAP in Knowage, and this is what we are going to use to show you its capabilities. So there's a problem here that we are going to use as a sample. So Sega Foods Limited is a private company that owns several food stores throughout Kenya. The general manager would like a report that 1. Summarizes the total store sales per store by year, quarter, and month. So you see that there's a time dimension there, and also there's a store dimension. Number 2, he wants the ability to compare sales between years. So number 3, he also wants the total store cost. Remember, we have talked about store sales, but now the total store cost summarized by year, quarter, and month. So this is the problem we are going to try to solve. Now we are going to solve it using Microsoft Excel and Knowage and compare the solutions. Then we'll see why Knowage is a superior solution to Microsoft Excel. Alright, so we have already done the solution, but in the next lesson we'll show you how this is done step by step. So for now we'll just show you the complete solution. Then on the next video we'll see. Now summarize the total store sales per store by year, quarter, and month. So how do you do that in Knowage? How do you summarize sales by time dimension? So you can see here that we have several stores. There's store 1, okay, and then if we use the store dimension, we can select all the stores. So here we're just going to select all the stores. So we have several stores, so but you can select whichever you want, and then using the fact table, we can just select the what we want, which is store sales. Okay, so that's already selected, so I'll ignore. And then using the time dimension, the hierarchy is we have the year, quarter, and then inside the quarter we have the months. So you can see that OLAP in Knowage does it very well. All right, so let's see for the first problem. How do you summarize store sales for store 1 by the sales period, which is year, quarter, and month? So you can see that that have been achieved in Knowage. So it's very easy to do it in Knowage. Store 1 and store 10 do not have sales for 2011, so that's why they're blank. But store 11, for 2011, the sales was $55,000 and 44. For quarter 1, it was $14,000, 171. So you can do that for all the stores. So you see that for the first problem, Knowage does it very well. Okay, so let's see how Excel does it. In Excel, we can also use the pivot table to do the same thing. So you can see that also store 1, we are just going to select the store sales. So under pivot table fields, we are store sales. Then for store 11, in 2011, it was $55,044. And then for quarter 1, it was 14,000. For January, February, like that. So it's exactly the same. So here, both solutions, Excel and Knowage, they work the same. How do we compare sales between years in Excel and in Knowage? So let's start with Knowage. So for store 11, if we go to the sales period 2011, you see that it was $55,000. So it's very easy to compare between 2011 and 2012, which was $53,000. So you just collapse the time dimension. If you want for quarters, maybe for quarter 2, you just collapse it and then you do the comparison. So pretty straightforward. Let's see how it's done in Excel. So in Excel also for store 11, you see that for 2011 it was $55,000. So again, both solutions, they do the same job. So again, there's really nothing that you can say Excel is superior or Knowage is superior. So number 3, what's the total store cost? Remember, the other one was store sales. So how do we see the store cost? Again, summarized by year, quarter, and month. Now let's go to Knowage. So how do I change from store sales to store sales to store cost? I just select store cost under measures. Okay, so this is my fact table, so it's very easy. I just select whatever I want to measure. So whether it is store sales, store cost, or profit. So it's going to calculate my OLAP cube and then populate it. Okay, so again, it's pretty straightforward. If I look at store 11, for that sales period, the entire sales period, it was $43,000, 423 and 35 cents. Now for 2011, again, I can see that my cost for this store was that, and for 2012, again, my store cost was that. So it's just very simple to check in OLAP. Now again, if I go to Excel, I just now under pivot fields, I select store cost. So again, acts the same way as store sales. For 2011, for store 11, that was the amount, and 2012 for store 11, that was the amount. So it's the same because we're using the same data set. It's the same amount in both OLAP and in Excel. So again, from there you can see that both solutions work the same. So why should I choose OLAP if I can do the same thing in Excel? So that's the question that we are trying to answer in this example. So we are saying, why is Knowage solution superior to Excel? Why should I use it if Excel can do the same thing that Knowage is doing, and it has a very little overhead compared to Knowage? So this is the answer to that question on why you should choose Knowage and not Excel if you want to do such a solution. So let's start with Excel. All this data comes from this worksheet. So there are several rows and several columns. So you can see sales here, customer account, store cost. So those are the columns, and that is the data. So if I scroll down, there are hundreds of thousands of rows. So 251,359, those are the amount of rows that we have. So Excel can support a lot of rows, as you can see. But now when you hit millions of rows, then you will start having a very heavy overhead. So it will not support a large amount of data. So if your solution is just for very simple or small data set like this one, it will be okay. Now, if you compare it with Knowage, Knowage uses a database. So for this solution, it was very simple. So we are using 251,000 rows, same as Excel. So that's why the solutions were just acting the same. But assume that we have millions of rows, then Knowage will be superior. So use Knowage if you have a lot of data that you want to analyze. Again, Knowage also comes with other utilities. Okay, so like you can do a drill through from a big number to a small number. You can do MDX queries. You can show parent members and all that. So it also comes with a lot of other functionality. But the best is that it supports a lot of data because it's an RDBMS. So let's see you in the next video where we are going to show you now how to create your own OLAP document. Thank you.